So why do we do this whole thing? You know, it took a lot of effort, it took a lot of money, it took a lot of people, it took a lot of time, and it's only lighted once a year, and you know, why do you do that? And the deal is, you only need to look at these guys once. No, that is not upside down. This is a reflection of three of our veterans, Chuck, John, and Mickey Ganich. Upside down in the reflection of the mirror in the beacon. These guys, I know you all have a story to tell. These guys certainly have a story to tell. They're all in their 90s today, and I cannot tell you how much this beacon means to them. I could not tell you. They were honestly in tears when this beacon was going back up again. It is a huge symbol for them. You know, we get telephone calls, you know, could you light it some other night, you know, pick something important to you. 9/11, Veterans Day, 4th of July, I don't know, pick one. Back in the 60s, somebody, I saw the letter from the state superintendent refusing to light it on Christmas Day. Anyway, it will not be lighted another day as long as we have Pearl Harbor survivors around, and it will not be lighted another day as long as we have Pearl survivors' families around, and we will have those around for a long time to come. So the beacon is ready to go. Be sure to look on December 7th this year. It will be lighted. We will have a ceremony again, not at the summit. It's just too cold and too difficult, and it will be held at Cal State East Bay, the Concord campus. There's a room there. We'll start the ceremony, I think, at 3:30 or 4 o'clock, so that we can light it right at dusk. Okay, so that's our beacon, and back. That's Diablo. This is a very unusual project for this organization. It's not typically what we do, but I can tell you every single one of us absolutely and totally enjoyed being part of this whole thing. It was just terrific. So thank you very much. Thanks for listening.
So what's next?
I guess I should mention, as of Monday, we have a new executive director. Ron Brown, that was in the photos there, retired. And we have a very dynamic, we're all excited about our new executive director. Not that we're happy to have Ron go out the window, but we do have a new executive director, and we're all sort of interested to see what the organization is going to do. Because historic stuff really isn't what we do. It's preservation of land. We will continue that effort for parks and open space, working with our allies, the Regional Park District, State Park, and so forth. Just met with the State Park Superintendent earlier this week, with other plans and so on. So,
anybody else? Question? Yeah. In your last slide, you had a lot of green area, but there was a white area kind of surrounded by your area. Is that still privately owned?
Yeah, I didn't quite mention that. Almost all, historically, almost all, with one worthwhile exception, almost all of Contra Costa County is in private hands, or was in private hands. Almost all. The only exception of any significance is the Concord Naval Weapons Station. 90% of the property that has become that 110 acres of open space has been purchased. Purchased. Purchased by whom? Purchased by your tax dollars. East Bay Regional Park District, purchased by your water bill. Purchased by your donations. And Save on Diablo, works with these groups. Where do our donations come from? They come from people like you. And yes, we need your help to continue that kind of work. There you go.
Another question?
Oh, what? Sorry.
Did the original reflector, could you use that, or did you have to replace it?
The original reflector is there, intact. We didn't even take it out. It was bright enough to get the feel for the kind of things we did just for grins. Yeah, we had light meters and stuff. You know, we're measuring all kinds of things about this beacon that we didn't know. We knew it was about 10 million candle power. And it was, in fact, after doing our measurements, it was 970,000 candle power. That round figure was spot on. We measured all this as found stuff, and then we took good old Windex and washed the reflector, and the brightness went up 10%. Just by cleaning the reflector. Yeah.
You still have 2 bulbs in there?
No, there's one. No, since it's no longer functioning as a navigation aid, we only have one bulb. And if it were to burn out, somebody's going to drive up there and change it.
Telegraph down to...
No, all that's long gone.
Yeah. Switchboard is a little over there.
Yeah. Question?
Okay. You can ask Dennis up there if you wanted anything done. It sounds like
He'll do it?
It sounds no. Ask Dennis up there. The riverboat commander over. All it took was a fifth of booze. You just you traded a fifth of booze for what you wanted, and that's where you started. And that's how it sounded like you guys started.
It did really start just with Dick and me, and actually just for the record, how many read the Chronicle? Carl Molte, that writes so many historic articles, that Native Sun column on Sunday. He came out and did a really fine story about the beacon, December of 2012, just as we were getting started. Front page, picture of me, and the telephone calls and emails came in to Save on Diablo saying, "That's a cool project. Is there any way I can be part of it?" And we found that that's so many of those little stories that I don't really have time to tell. People that came out of the woodwork with a history or an interest in the symbolism of the beacon, and they said, "I want to be part of this. Whatever I can do to help, let me know." The guy that did the welding from Las Positas College, he called us, and at the time I was working at Las Positas College, and I wrote back to him and said, "I know you. My classroom is 150 feet from yours." And I didn't know he was interested in the beacon, but he provided welding skills. Oh my God, it was so valuable, all for nothing.
I recall that it used to be on for longer than just one day. The beacon used to be on longer than just one day, I recall.
Well, when it was functioning back in the 30s, it was on every night. But only since 1964, it's been on one night a year. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody.
John? Not getting away that easy. Viet Nam Veterans of Diablo Valley get special recognition and appreciation to John Gallagher. So I got to read all of this. It's not as bad as my introduction that I didn't have to read. Representing Save Mount Diablo, we salute your passion for saving this environment from development and restoring natural habitat. We especially appreciate your role as one of the Beacon Boys, coordinating the restoration of the Eye of Diablo, so that it may shine every December 7th to honor those who sacrificed and served on that day in 1941.
Thank you.
Thank you. And because you wouldn't take that drink, we have a special engraved bottle that you can't drink because you got to save it because it is engraved.
Oh, cool.
Viet Nam Veterans of the Diablo Valley, thank you, guest speaker John Gallagher.
Thank you. Oh, and it's unruly. I like that.
Thank you.
Okay, well, that will conclude our program. Please stand. and face the POW MIA table for extinguishing of the candle. Would one. Just a moment of silence. Well, the light is up, and light of hope remain in our hearts. Thank you. That concludes our program for this evening.
Take your brochures on your table. Take your brochures.